Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Monday, November 29, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Charlotte Hornets vs Chicago Bulls. Charlotte is averaging 114.2 points per game. They scored 143 points in their last game, making 46.6% of their field goals and 40% of their three-pointers. Terry Rozier led the way for Charlotte with 31 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. Kelly Oubre Jr. finished with 23 points and 4 rebounds, while LaMelo Ball had 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 13 assists. Charlotte has struggled defensively, giving up 114 points per game. They gave up 146 points in their last game and will need a significantly better performance if they want to get the win. Our first betting advice is to pick Charlotte Hornets plus 6.5. The Chicago Bulls are averaging 108 points on 46.4% shooting and allowing 104 points on 44.2% shooting. DeMar DeRozan is averaging 25.8 points and 4.1 assists, while Zach LaVine is averaging 25.3 points and 5.1 rebounds. Nikola Vucevic is the third double-digit scorer, and Lonzo Ball is dishing 4.7 assists. The Chicago Bulls are shooting 36.6% from beyond the arc and 83.9% from the free throw line. The Chicago Bulls are allowing 34.9% shooting from deep and are grabbing 43.5 rebounds per game. Our second betting advice is to pick over Cleveland Cavaliers vs Dallas Mavericks. The Cavs picked up a nice win at home on Saturday in their last game. They defeated the visiting Orlando Magic 105-92. Garland had a game-high 26 points on 11-21 shooting and dished out 11 dimes. Jared Allen also posted a double-double with 19 points and 11 boards. Lauri Markkanen shot 50% from deep en route to his 20 points in the winning effort. The defense of the Cavs was the story in their win, as it has been in the majority of all their wins. Ranking 4th in points allowed per game, the Cavs go as their defense goes. Anytime they allow 110 or more, it almost inevitably ends in a loss. The Mavs' offense will be tough to contain Monday. Our first betting advice is to pick Dallas Mavericks, -5. Washington stayed in attack mode throughout their game with Dallas on Saturday and came away with 60 points on the inside. Opponents are now averaging 54% shooting against Dallas at the American Airlines Center this season. Cleveland's big man Jared Allen could be a legitimate problem for the Mavs throughout this game. He's great at snatching rebounds off the boards and even better at racking up buckets in or around the paint area. The Cavs might be a bit shorthanded, but they're clearly a better team than the Magic. If anything, they'll shoot better than 39.8% from the floor. But Luka Doncic is the difference maker in this game. He's averaging 25.5 points per game while showcasing his skills as the ultimate offensive general. It's important to note this Cavs team has the 5th-ranked defense in the league according to dunksandthrees.com, so this isn't going to be a pushover contest for the Mavs. They're going to need to move the ball around the floor effectively enough to get quality looks at the basket. Our second betting advice is to pick under. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. Washington Wizards vs San Antonio Spurs. The victory was made even more impressive as it came on the second of back-to-back nights and was played without starting point guard Spence Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie has not yet played the second half of a back-to-back this season after having surgery to repair an ACL in January. Washington is now tied with Miami for the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference as the season turns towards winter. Washington head coach Wes Unseld Jr. knows the importance of his team's defense continues to play a major role in their impressive start. Our first betting advice is to pick Washington Wizards, -3. The real concern is whether the Spurs can continue winning. They dropped 6 in a row before knocking off Boston at home. Now, they'll be running into a tough Wizards team that can dominate defensively. Of course, it hasn't looked that way in the last few weeks with the team allowing an average 113.3 points in their last 3 games. Hope is not lost with Murray and company playing at their best defensively when the games are at home. Defensively, however, is a whole other story entirely. San Antonio's defense has clearly struggled at home this season. Washington might not be as prolific as they were last season offensively, but Bradley Beal remains one of the truly elite scoring guards in the game. He's going to have plenty of opportunities to hurt the Spurs in this matchup. Our second betting advice is to pick under 215. Portland Trail Blazers vs Utah Jazz. Portland's offense is playing very well. They are 5th in true shooting percentage and effective field goal percentage and 4th in offensive rating. Damian Lillard leads the team in points and assists and averages 22 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 7.8 assists per game. Where the Blazers struggle is defense and is 29th in defensive rating. This is especially true on the road, where they allow on average 115.6 points per game. Their rebounding needs improvement as well. They average 45.1 rebounds per game, which is 20th in the NBA. It is very early in the season, but they will need to improve their defense and rebounding and learn to win on the road if they are going to make a playoff run. Our first betting advice is to pick Utah Jazz at -7.0. Utah is 4th in the NBA in points per game at 112.3 and they are 5th in points allowed per contest at 103.3. This is a solid shooting team, 3rd in field goal percentage at 47.1% and 11th in three-point shooting at 35.3%. The Jazz are 2nd in free throws per game at 17.2, hitting 78.1% of their free throw attempts, 12th overall. They have been great on the boards, 7th in defensive rebounds at 36.7 per game, and are 5th in total rebounds at 46.7 per contest. Mitchell leads the Jazz at 22.8 points per game. He is also 2nd in assists at 5.1 per contest. Rudy Gobert may have only had 8 rebounds in the last contest, but he has been a beast on the boards, averaging 14.5 rebounds per game. Royce O'Neal, 7.6 ppg, 4.7 rpg, is listed as questionable for this contest. Our second betting advice is to pick over 222.